Are you coming off of the cloud yet?
I feel like I need to travel somewhere.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I feel like I need to travel somewhere.
Okay, go ahead and travel. All right. So, does your body feel good when you're traveling? Or it's just not the right place to stop at?
Not the right place.
Okay, so go ahead and just keep moving until you feel like it's time for you to stop. Are you still in the cloud? Are you just moving through?
I feel like I'm just moving.
Okay, well go ahead and move, and when you feel it's time to stop, it's important to stop. But we don't want to keep moving forward all the time. We don't want to keep moving, right? So it's important that you find the right place to stop at, okay? Are you still looking? Or have you found a place?
I just see darkness.
You see darkness? Okay. Is it possibly because it's nighttime? Do you feel like
No, I feel like the cloud is starting. I'm starting to feel eager now.
Okay. You just like that cloud, don't you? Because it's just so nice. So, are you seeing the light now? Is it still dark?
I'm feeling that there's a light coming.
Okay. We'll let the light come to see you. Because we don't want to stay in the dark because you can't see anything, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm starting to see sand.
Sand? What color is the sand?
Rich, golden brown. I feel the sun, see the sun.
Okay, so you think this cloud was just maybe possibly some fog?
I hadn't reached the time yet. Hadn't gotten where I needed yet.
Okay. So besides seeing
I hear
this,
people. I feel people around me.
you feel them around you? Can you see them?
There's workers.
What are they
They're
working on?
working. There's yelling and we're wearing cloth. There's a lot of men wearing cloth around the lower half of the body. It's very hot outside.
And what color's the cloth?
It's a light beige.
Okay, are you a man as well?
Yes.
So look at your feet. What are you wearing on your feet?
I don't think I'm wearing anything on my feet.
So
I don't sense anything, but something may be very light because I don't feel the sand on my feet. But
okay. So how old do you feel?
I feel like I'm in my 30s.
Okay. And are you wearing any ornaments, any jewelry? Are you carrying anything?
I feel like I have something over my head.
Okay.
Like something wrapped around my head. I feel a bit of a tightness around my head. Something to protect against the sun.
So is it like a turban?
No, because there's nothing on top. It's just wrapped around. and then there's cloth to help protect.
So is it really hot in there?
Yeah, it's very warm. We're sweating. There's people working, and seems like we're working with a lot of maybe some tools. I'm hearing like clamoring with ropes.
Are you building something?
Yeah, yeah.
What are you building?
Don't know yet.
Okay, you don't know. So is there a lot of men that is around you building?
Yes.
Okay. Now, all these men, do they all kind of look the same, or is there, does everybody, what color hair does everybody have? And skin?
It's a light brown skin. Can't really see the hair. It's a darker hair.
But they all have the same?
Yeah, we're all wearing the same protection.
Okay.
It helps protect us from the sun.
Okay, so so there's a lot of men and you're building. Now, is this being built in a city, in a town?
There's places for us to live around there, but we are just working to build like a palace or so that it needs. We've been told it needs to be built. It needs to be made and it needs to be done.
So is
I'm helping the other people and telling them where it needs to go. We're both doing all the labor, but I'm helping. I'm kind of like in charge of the other people, of the other group, the people of my group.
And is this something that you have been working on for a long time, is this building?
We're moving seeing a big, it's like a red rock. It's a deep brownish red rock. Very big. We have some ropes, but I don't understand how just the little ropes can help because it's very big. It helps guide it or something.
And you're talking about moving the red rock?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you said it was a large one?
Yeah. It's almost a little taller than what we are.
So where will you be taking the red rock?
I don't know now.
To just like a different location, possibly?
Yeah.
Okay, so does it take a lot of men to move this?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But we're just guiding. We're just using some of the ropes to handle, but it's just guiding it. I don't.
Is this a sacred rock?
Not a sacred rock. It's just what we need to make it so that we can build the. I think it's like a palace or something.
Okay, so does it...
I'm sensing like a pyramid, but it's not that I'm seeing any pyramids around. But it just I feel that is what is around me. The people in the setting.
So is this Egypt?
That's what I'm feeling like.
Okay. So look around at the buildings. What do the buildings look like? You said you were kind of in a town.
The living area is different homes. They're made of the same similar rock, but not as dark. Not a dark wood and red. There's a different type of wood, not wood, brick with it. What we pick to use to make it is different than what we use for homes. The homes is just mainly simple.
And are there a lot
Simple rock and mud.
And these are a lot of homes?
It's just different areas, little small areas within a compound, within a, yeah. There's
Within a compound?
Yeah, we don't have any, like, protection. We don't need protection. We're just living, but it helps to protect against the sand and the wind when we have our storms.
Because it gets really sandy there?
Yes.
Flowing dust?
Yes. There's walkways in between. There's places that have areas for food. They boil it in pots. And
what kind of food do you eat?
I guess a stew. Just a lot of, it's made of water, some leaves, some meat sometimes. It's mainly vegetables types. I don't know them. I don't know the vegetables. I don't recognize them. What they put in it, but there's some leaves in the water to help flavor, and some medicinal. It helps with our soreness of our bodies after a long day. And then what we drink, I can see it's made from clay, long, slender.
So with these vegetables, now do you grow them somewhere where you live?
Other people do. I see it like white, something white that's in there. I don't know what it's called.
Is this like a community dinner?
Yeah, I see the women
together.
I see the women do. They use the sand. They dig deeper into the sand to be able to grow, but it's further away. It's almost like they have to do it up by where the hill is or something.
Okay, so why don't you take me to your house and describe to me what it looks like.
It's very small. It's just a wooden, hard slab of area that we lay on to sleep. Small little area against the brick for a fire.
So is it like a one-bedroom home?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
just a one-room home?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, do you have a wife?
No. I am alone.
Okay. So you choose to be alone?
Yes. For now. I see there's a lady that I smile at a lot that works in the fields. I can see she wears like a white robe-ish. It hangs over one shoulder and it's wrapped around the waist. And
Do you like her?
she's pretty.
Does she say hi to you a lot?
In her eyes. And she smiles. She's not allowed to talk while she's working.
Do you like to flirt with her?
Yes. She does to me too.
And what is her name?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever really met her yet. We just smile and look at one another. I just feel a connection with her, but I've never talked with her before.
So you think you're going to start talking to her soon? Or you feel better just being far from her?
No. I think
Okay, so let's go ahead and let's leave that scene. And let's move forward to another important day in this lifetime. A day that you consider to be very important when something is happening. We have now moved forward to an important day. I want you to tell me what is happening. What do you see?
I see her holding a baby.
Is this your baby?
Yes.
And is this your wife now?
We don't call them wives. There's no, like, marriage. We don't call them wives.
Do you call them like partners or just friends?
She's just mine.
No, and she's so.
We belong to one another.
And what is her name?
Don't know. It starts with an I. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Okay. So you finally met her and you made a connection and now you have a baby. So what is your baby?
It's a boy.
It's a boy. And what did you name your boy?
I don't think he has a name yet.
Okay. So you think you'll eventually name him?
Yeah.
So does she have the baby at home?
Yes, but she carries him with her when she goes out to work in the fields.
Okay. Was anybody there to help her deliver the baby?
There's people that help with that.
Were you there helping her?
I don't do that.
No? So is it like other women that help her deliver?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so does this day make you very happy to have a child?
It's a necessity. It has to continue my lineage, my line. I have to do this. It gains importance.
So I'm happy that you got a boy. Are you happy about that?
Yes.
And so is there anything else going on in this day?
I don't think so.
Okay, so let's go ahead and leave that scene and move forward to another very important day in this lifetime. A day that you consider to be very important to you when something is happening. We have now moved forward to an important day. I want you to tell me what is happening. What do you see?
There's I'm in charge now, and there's fighting among the ranks. People don't want to do as well as they want to before they feel they don't need to, and they need to.
Oh, is this with the work?
Mm-hmm.
And so they're, are they getting tired of doing this?
Yes.
Okay. And so what are you doing about this?
I'm telling them that they need to continue.
And so what are they saying? Is there some anger?
Yes, they're just tired.
They're tired?
They're tired and they want a break, but we need to finish. We are making the pyramid. I can see it now. It's higher now, and we need to finish this. It needs to be done. It needs to be done. They just need to know that. They need to stop fighting and just need to know.
So you're building the pyramid?
Mm-hmm. It's...
How far have you come on the pyramid?
It's like three levels high.
And how much
And there's
higher?
certain time frame we need to have this done by. The power needs to be reached. We need to finish it by then. If we don't, we're not going to do it in time. They don't understand this.
So, and then how high is this pyramid going to be? How many stories high?
It needs to be another 3 with a little bit more. I can see the sparkle at the top, but needs to have. I can see it in my mind that it needs to be done. It doesn't get shared by many people, but it needs to be done.
No, is this like
They don't know that, but we can't share that with them.
Is this the first one that you're building?
I think so.
Now, after you
We,
build this, will you be building more of them?
I know it has to be. There's a pattern. I think there's a pattern there. I'm not sure.
So who told you about the pyramids? Who told you to?
The priest told us.
The priest?
The priest told us.
And is this like something that was passed down to him too?
Yes.
Okay. And who passed this information down about the pyramids?
The higher beings did. But we don't talk to them, they do. They just tell us.
And so with these pyramids, what will these pyramids bring to others? What is the purpose of these pyramids?
Knowledge. And power. It's an energy grid type.
Is this
but it's knowledge. Needed? There's a lot of knowledge that gets placed into it.
And this is really needed, right?
Yes.
And is this in a certain area, or would this be like in Egypt?
We don't know as Egypt then. I think I don't think it's called Egypt or something I don't recognize. No, it's something like Memphis. I think that sounds more, I think I'm in Memphis.
So like Memphis, Tennessee?
No.
No.
No, it's in Memphis, Egypt, but we didn't call it Egypt. Then it's, or, I don't know, something, where we are, where the facility is Memphis.
Okay. So, so everyone's getting tired of building these, starting to work on these pyramids. Now,
because it's non-stop, we trade off on the people. I mean, it's just hard with it's so hot, and with the blowing of the sand, it wears down on the body. But, I mean, it just has to be done. We have to do it before a certain time. I don't understand why we have to do a certain time, but it has to get done before a certain time. That's what the priests say. But they help with bringing the rocks. They come from they bring the rocks, and like I said, we're guiding them. The ropes just kind of guide. But it's not like so much like we're having to carry them. That would be beyond what we can do.
So everybody's getting just tired. Is this something that you do 7 days a week?
Of course, yes.
24 hours a day?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
That's what we do.
And so how do you feel about being a part of this?
It's a privilege to be a part of it.
So you were chosen to do this, is that correct?
Yeah. Well, it's what everybody does. It's what my fathers did. I think that's why I was able to be more of the leader of my group, because I learned from my fathers. But now that I have my partner, I have more of a say. I have ability of being more of a leader now, and that's why I'm no longer just part of the team. I tell them what needs to be done now, so I kind of am below the priests. I wear a black. I don't wear the white robe gown at the bottom. I wear more of a black, dark brown.
Are there other leaders besides you?
For each group.
For each
For
group?
group area.
And how many groups are there?
Many. There are many working different areas. They're working on the sides, building the sides and then into the middle, and then building the sides and into the middle. So the sides are higher as the middle's going.
So how does this all go together?
By placement. The priests tell where the placement needs to go, and we tell them and guide them into where it needs to go. And that's what's just done. And then they do the rest inside. We're not allowed in there after. We can go into only, I think only certain people can go in. The workers can't go in there. They're not allowed to know of
And who are the certain people that can go in? Like
the priests, and there's some others, but we don't. They come in later. We don't know them as we're doing this.
No, do they travel from other places, other countries?
Mm-hmm. Different locations that we don't see in our area. You can say we're just the workers, and as you would say.
And how long?
Though I have a little more understanding, I'm still not to what these others are.
And how long will it take you to build these pyramids? Is it like years, hundreds of years?
It's typically a full lifetime to another. This will take a lifetime, more than one lifetime. I'm older now. I'm in my late 40s. I don't have much longer. I think I only, somewhere around 50.
Okay, so
It will not be during my lifetime, but after my lifetime, they will finally put the top portion finalization of it in the next.
Okay, so
and that's good.
I would like for you to go forward to the last day of your life in this lifetime that we are watching. I want you to tell me what is happening. What do you see?
I'm laying on my bed, and I'm very sore. My body's just tired.
Are you tired? Are you tired because you've just worked so hard on this pyramid?
Yes.
And
My son is there. He's a young lad, maybe early like 10 or 12-ish, somewhere. My wife, she's there. she's just trying to help comfort.
So are you in any pain?
I always have constant aches, but we have leaves to eat for that, green leaves to eat to help with
And that helps with
the
that?
aches, yeah. And the look kind of like the
Is there
not
any
the water, it's like the stuff that we don't have just plain water. It's just like I said, in those tan pots that we drink from, it has stuff in it too to help. But I can still kind of feel the aching. It's mainly in my arms and in my back all the time.
So do you know that this is your last day of your life? Do you feel that?
I'm getting there. I'm just tired. Very
So-
tired.
So what happens to you? Do you just kind of fade away?
Yeah.
And is it your son and your wife or your lady friend? Is she there with you?
Mm-hmm.
And you just kind of leave your body?
Yes.
Okay, so now whatever's happened has already happened, and you are on the other side of it. So from that position, you can look back at the entire lifetime and see it from a different perspective. And as you look at that entire life, I want you to tell me, what did you learn from it? What do you think the purpose of that lifetime was?
Guidance.
Guidance?
To help learn to guide. To make things work together. To make things happen.
So, working as a team to get things done.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like that life?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So let's go ahead and drift and float away from that scene, leaving that person there to continue on their own path. And now you're welcome to move forward or backward to find another appropriate time and place. How's it going? What are you seeing?
I feel like I don't know.
What are you seeing?
I first sensed I had a beard or something.
A beard?
I'm just very heavy.
Oh. Like heavy in body weight?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So are you a male or female?
I'm a male.
A man? Okay. And what are you wearing?
I think I'm wearing thick leathers. I think I'm in the snow.
Like a jacket and pants, leather?
No, like skin leather. It's blowing. It's very cold outside.
Okay, so it's cold. Is it snowing?
Mm-hmm. I'm walking and I've got a branch to walk with.
But do you have heavy boots on?
They're just wrapped with they're not like boots, they're wrapped with the fur on the inside,
They must be really warm then.
and it's still cold. They only help a little.
So you said that you're walking
Yeah.
and it's snowing. So where are you? And what are you doing?
I'm trying to find where I'm supposed to go, but it's blowing so hard and it's so cold. I'm freezing, and
Are you having a hard time walking in it?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's blowing you all over the place just walking?
Mm-hmm. I'm having to keep my head down.
So what are you thinking? What are you looking for?
Some shelter.
Some shelter? Have you been walking for a while?
Mm-hmm.
Must be really cold for you. And so you're looking for shelter. So what do you think you're walking?
What else are to do?
Is it like in the wilderness? Is it in the woods? Is it?
Well, I'm trying to head to there. I think, don't know where I came from. I am just walking, trying to head towards what I remember where the woods were. That's right, I'm remembering where the woods are.
Are you going into the woods?
I'm trying to get there, but it's very hard. It's coming down so hard. I should never have stayed out this long.
So how old are you here?
I don't really know my age. I just feel that I'm an adult over the younger people. I think my tribe of some type.
What color's your skin?
I can't see my skin. I've got the leathers all over and
Can you see your
things
face at all?
rubbing. No, I've got I think it's dark skin. I have the beard is helping to warm my face.
Do you have
And
a hat on as well?
the leathers is covering my face.
Wow.
It's strapped. It's covering my whole body to protect me.
Are you carrying anything?
I feel like I was, but I had to let it go because it was, I think I have a little bit, some left of what I had. I'm not proud of having to let that go though. Very mad and that's just,
And what was it that you had to let go?
some of my things to help me, to help protect me, but it's got too heavy. The wind and the snow is coming down too hard.
So was it
I had to lighten my load,
Okay.
lighten my weight, so I can get through this fast.
So it was like a backpack full of
Mm-hmm.
items.
Mm-hmm.
Items to survive with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So
I think I found a cave.
oh, well that's good. Is that where you'll be staying?
Yeah, I need to. I'm not going to survive this if I don't.
So is it a big cave? A small cave?
It's a medium one. I'm lucky to find that. There's some trees on the side. I think I'm getting close to the forest now.
Now is this where you go in and stay all night?
Yeah, it feels good to finally sit down.
How does it feel to be able to sit down?
I'm tired.
You tired? So is this a warm cave?
I need to get the fire going. I'm just tired.
So you're able to just sit down and breathe? Because it must have been really cold out there, walking. Did you walk for a long way? Did you walk for days or did you walk for hours?
I've been walking most of the day.
Wow.
It just got heavier sooner. than I thought. I thought I would be able to make it.
Do you know where you were meant to go?
I think I was. I think I do.
No, so do you walk everywhere?
That's what you do. That's how we get around.
That's your transportation?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so let's move forward to another very important day. A day that you consider to be very important when something is happening. We have now gone forward to another important day. I want you to tell me what is happening. What do you see?
Feel
So what is happening?
feel like don't think I've really moved much. I think I overdid what I should have.
So you just still hanging out in the cave?
Yeah.
Is it cold in there, or did the fire help? Do you still have the fire going?
It's kind of smoking. I fell asleep and the fire went out. It's not good.
Are you able to see out of the cave?
Yeah, the storm passed, but it's not that much warmer. It's kind of cold out, and I need to rebuild the fire, but I just don't want to move to go outside to get the wood. That's why I'm so mad. I had the wood with me. I had my stuff with me to help, but
And then you had to let it go?
yeah, I'm so mad. I should never have done that.
So it's still really cold outside. Do you know how much longer you have to go to where you're going?
I think it's over the hill. It's over. I feel I still have to go over the hill. There's a meadow at the end, I know. Not sure if I'm going to be able to make that, though.
Is it still a long way, you think?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm just tired.
You're tired, so you're just going to rest then? Just lay in your cave?
Mm-hmm.
And does it feel better when you're just resting? Who do you need to go see? Or what do you need to go do? Do you know?
I think I traveled from village to village.
And you travel, and what do you
between the two or something.
And what do you do when you travel from village to village?
I think I help bring more food and things for clothing. That's what I had to take down too. I had to leave it.
So that made you feel really sad.
Mm-hmm.
So does your family live in this village?
My people do. Mm-hmm.
And do you have a wife and children? Or do you have a partner and children?
I think I have like a sister.
Is she older or younger than you?
Not sure.
What is her name?
Something like that.
So where is this at? Do you know? country? What state?
Not sure.
Is it cold like that all the time? Or is it just because it's winter?
It's a lot, most of the time. We have some spurts of it being nice, but it doesn't last very long. I think it's like somewhere in, I think in Mongolia or something.
Wow.
Something.
So are you just kind of, are you going to just hang out in the cave for a couple days? Even though the storm has passed?
I think I'm ready to go now.
You all rested up?
I need to go now, yeah. I can't stay there too long, that's not good. Not good, I can't do that. I need to get back.
Do you have a deadline where you have to be in one village versus the other village?
You just have to do it because of the days. You can only go for so long out the days, so or you'll get stuck in the storms and you'll die.
No, it sounds like it's a really bad storm.
It passed, but it brought more snow that now I get to have to travel through. I should have left sooner, but I wanted to get more game, more cloth, but lost that anyways.
Okay, so let's go ahead and let's leave that scene and let's move forward to another very important day, a day that you consider to be very important when something is happening. So we have now moved forward to an important day. What is happening? What do you see?
I don't think it's a very good day for me.
No, what's going on?
I feel like I've gotten sick from being out too long. My sister's caring for me.
Are you in bed then?
I'm just laying on my cloth. And we just had twigs to lay on with the like a heavy skin over it. There's steam coming from the fire. They try to use the steam to help, but I feel as though it's got heaviness in my lungs.
So it's hard for
It's
you
hard
to
for
breathe.
breathe.
Do you have a fever as well? Does your body feel really hot?
Not so much right yet. I have the cough more. I don't feel too hot yet, but I can feel it coming on.
Do you have a headache as well?
No, I just feel tired.
Is your
it's hard to breathe.
Is your sister taking care of you?
Yes.
Giving you lots of fluids?
She's trying to. There's stuff on my forehead.
Do you feel like really blessed that your sister's taking care of you?
She's all that I have.
Well, she sounds like a really nice lady to take care of her brother. So what is your house look like? Where you live? What does it look like inside?
It's made from skin. It's just a small, like a hut, made from skin. It's kind of low, kind of oblong-ish, maybe roundish. Just to keep in the heat. It's getting harder to breathe.
Are there others Do you live close to others, or are you?
There's
pretty-
other people in our group, but there's not a whole bunch. We do small. We keep it small. Go back and forth between tribes. We blend sometimes and then go on our own, and then blend and then go on our own. It's hard to breathe.
No, so you're having a hard time breathing and coughing because of your illness, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now I'd like for you to go to the last day of your life in this lifetime that we are watching. So now we have now gone forward. I want you to tell me what is happening.
I can barely breathe.
Okay, so you will not have any of the physical sensations, but you can just talk about it, okay? So I want you to tell me what happened on the last day of your life.
I was very lightheaded and very tired to breathe. I almost feel a little delirious. I don't know where I am.
Is your sister still there with you?
Yes, but I don't want her. It's just so uncomfortable.
She's uncomfortable?
It's so uncomfortable.
Okay. And so do you just let go? Do you just leave your body then?
Mm-hmm.
And when you leave your body, do you just go back to source? When you lifted out of your body, was it easy just to lift up and let go?
That finally happened, yes. There was a bright light.
And so you see the bright light, and there are people there waiting for you?
Mm-hmm. I've sensed that there is.
Okay. Is it like siblings and father and mother? Is that how that works?
There's everyone. Everyone that I've known.
Oh, wonderful. They're just all there greeting you.
Mm-hmm.
So you feel so much better not having to deal with being really, really sick?
Yes. Yes. It's much better now. The heaviness in my chest is gone.
Oh, that's good to hear. So do you feel nice and warm and safe and free?
Very free. Very, yes.
So how long will you be over there with all of them before you come back to your next lifetime? How long does it take?
It takes a while. I don't understand though. Can't tell you the time. Don't understand time. There's just, when it happens, when I'm ready, when I'm called.
So now whatever's happened has already happened, and you're on the other side of it. From that position, you can look back at the life from a different perspective. As you look at that life, what did you learn from it? And what do you think the purpose of that lifetime was?
Listen to your instincts.
And what was your instincts telling you in that lifetime?
That I should have left sooner, but I thought I could.
Okay.
I wanted to help, so I thought I could go longer and should have listened.
Did you listen to your instincts a lot in that lifetime?
That's how we live. That's how we survived. But I just wanted to help so much more by bringing more food and hides to warm us, but I lost it anyway. That's why.
So with the hides, is that something that you did? Did you catch the animals? Did you kill the animals to get the hides? And that's what everybody did in that lifetime. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and drift and float away from that scene, leaving that person there to continue on their own path. What are you smiling about? What are you seeing? Have you found another place to explore?
I'm seeing wearing a big dress.
You were in a big dress? What color's your big dress?
Like a bluish white, light blue. And
you must be a female. What color's your hair?
I think it's white. I think
It's white. And what about your skin?
I'm white.
White. You're white. Okay, so you have this big, beautiful dress on. What about your shoes? Look at your shoes. What do your shoes look like?
They're just like little flats.
Is this some kind of a celebration?
There's, it's like a ball.
A ball? Do you have a date?
No. No, I have my fan, and I like this time.
You like it there? Is this a large ball? Is there a lot of people there with you? And so who looks familiar? Look around and tell me who looks familiar to you.
I think there's some people. I think there's people that I know, but not that well.
Okay, are these like mostly friends? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
And how
Acquaintances.
How old are you?
I think I'm in my early 20s.
Early 20s. So this was a happy day for you.
That's beautiful.
And so
Such a beautiful time.
Where did you get your dress at?
People made it.
Well, that was really nice of them. So this ball, is this something that happens every year?
Just whenever we want to have a ball.
Do you have to be a certain age to attend this ball?
You have to be of the court. You have to be a person of the court to attend.
And where's this ball held at?
In the castle.
In a castle? And whose castle was it?
Someone well known. I don't know the name. I think it's the king or something like that, or something.
Do you feel honored to be a part of it?
Of course, yes. You always feel honored when you're able to come.
And so does this ball go on for a long time?
A couple of hours.
Couple of hours. And you just felt like a princess that day? Yeah. So
I'm wearing the gown that is got lacing in the front and like a pearls in the necklace. It ties. My lace ties in the front, and it's very delicate. And I'm wearing a hat, very pretty hat.
what color's your hat?
kind of matches the dress, and it has big white feathers.
It sounds like a beautiful dress and a beautiful hat. Do you feel like a queen being at this ball?
Mm-hmm. It's very pretty. It's just very pretty. Everyone's very pretty.
Do you dance with anybody at the ball?
We all dance together.
Okay, all dance together?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a certain male that you chose to dance with? Or just dance with everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Did any of the other ladies have a male to dance with?
No, just with certain songs that you dance with everyone, or there are certain songs that you just kind of do some with certain, with certain males that you like. And then...
Did you like any of the males? Did you like any of the males? Do you have a connection with any of them?
I'm seeing...
Are you looking around?
I can't believe I saw him.
Who did you see?
I don't remember who he was. I just can't believe I saw him. He's very tall, very good looking. He's got light brown hair.
Is that someone that you kind of like? Or is that somebody that you just met and saw?
I just met, but I'm very surprised to finally seen him. He has a very great importance to me.
And how is that?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
He's a very powerful figure to me.
Is he? Okay. So
He plays a lot in my life. I think I've had many lives with him.
Okay. So who does he look familiar? Does he look familiar to you? Like somebody who's resembling somebody that you know now?
Not now.
Okay. So let's go ahead.
He's not incarnated now.
Okay. So let's go ahead and leave that scene and let's move forward to another very important day in this lifetime. A day that you consider to be very important when something is happening. So when we have now moved forward to an important day, what is happening? What do you see?
Just keep seeing him.
And so what is he wearing now?
It's like a military or some type of uniform.
What color is it?
It's like a dark blue.
Dark blue? Okay. Oh, is this your boyfriend?
I think I'm courting him.
Oh, you're courting him. Okay, wonderful. And so did this start a while ago? Or is this something new that you just began to date him?
I was at that dance.
At that dance? Is that when it all began?
Yes, it all started then.
And so you're courting him, and how long does the courtship take place?
Not very long.
Not very long? And
He had to leave. He's a lieutenant.
oh, and that's the
Something.
military?
Yeah.
And he had to leave. Did you say goodbye to him?
Mm-hmm.
Was it hard for you to say goodbye?
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when the relationship ended?
I think he came back once. But it was very short. I don't know if he's French, if I'm French, or are we fighting the French? Something about France. I think I'm French. There was harpsichord that day. I love the harpsichord.
So did you say goodbye to him?
Yes.
Or it just ended?
I had to say goodbye to him. I don't think he made it back.
So was he killed in a war?
I believe so.
Okay. Did somebody come and tell you that? Yeah. Were you really sad about that?
Mm-hmm.
Did you cry for a while? Did your family console you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and leave that scene and let's move forward to another important day. A day that you consider to be very important when something is happening. We have now moved forward to an important day. I want you to tell me what is happening. What do you see?
I was married to another man.
Another man?
I did not like him.
And you don't like him? And so why did
He's
you marry him?
mean. He's controlling. He wants to tell me what to do.
So why did you marry him?
I had to.
You had to, and why did you have to? Who told you you had to?
My father.
Your father? Is that someone that your father chose?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Well, what is your husband's name?
Lionel? Something like that.
And how long have you been married?
Maybe a year.
And you're just not happy?
No.
Is he mean to you?
I have to play my part in my role.
And what kind of part do you have to play?
The happy, pleasing wife.
Do you have
It's just a marriage of convenience.
Do you have to do everything that he says?
Mm-hmm.
And so, and do you do everything that he says?
Well, yeah. Because he's my husband. We married because of the line. You have to keep the money in the line in the family. So he had money.
So, and you don't like being his wife because he is controlling?
Mm-hmm.
Do you fight and argue a lot? Or do you just obey him?
I obey him.
Because if you didn't obey him, would he be violent with you?
He would just be yelling and angry. And I don't like that.
But that makes you feel really small when he does that. Mm-hmm. So you just do what he says.
Mm-hmm. It's not a marriage of love.
It's a marriage of convenience?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It would have been much happier if my lieutenant had lived.
Okay, I want you to go forward now to the last day of your life in this lifetime that we have been watching. We have now gone forward to the last day of your life. So I want you to tell me what is happening. What do you see?
Hearing my harpsichord in the background because I like that.
Is there somebody with you?
My maid and the person who takes care of me, who helps me. He just came to check on me, but and say his goodbyes.
Okay.
But she's listening.
So are you much older?
I think in my mid-30s, 30, maybe 38, maybe.
So are you sick? Did you get sick from a disease?
I'm not sure what it is. I'm just weak and
In bed?
in bed.
And what about your husband? Is he there with you?
He already said his goodbyes.
He already said it. So he's... Did you make peace with him?
Yeah. He's sad, but it's just what happens.
Are you sad?
I think I'm finally going to see my lieutenant again.
Okay. And you were in love with that lieutenant, right?
He was everything.
So when you take your last breath, you meet Source. Do you get to see the lieutenant? Is he there waiting for you?
I think he is. I hope so.
Okay, so now whatever's happened has already happened and you are on the other side of it. So from that position, you can look back at the entire life and see it from a totally different perspective. And as you look at that life, what do you think the purpose of that lifetime was?
To understand obedience.
Obedience. Do you understand obedience?
To understand obedience. To understand... Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and drift and float away from that scene, leaving that person there to continue on their own path. To see, why did you pick these lifetimes?
To help guide her for what she is doing right now.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So especially with the pyramids and everything, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna, I'm gonna ask you to do a body scan and work on Michelle's body. Can I talk to you while you're doing that, please?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna start, since we're working on the body. What's going on with Michelle's right side?
She's adjusting.
She's adjusting, so different limbs and different body parts is going through something right now just because of what's going on with her. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so will this eventually stop?
Yes. Yes. She's vibrations. We're working on her vibrations.
Okay, is it rising?
Yes.
And is her DNA changing?
We've been working on that.
Does it take a while for it to change?
Yes.
Okay. And how long is a while, do you think? Months? Years?
We just work on it when we can.
Okay. And so what do you do when you work on it? Is that like putting light there? Or do you switch things up?
We manipulate,
Okay.
adjust, fine-tune.
Okay.
We use vibrations and tuning energy levels. That's how the vibrations adjust to higher levels, is by energy levels.
Okay. The energy levels. Well, that makes a lot of sense. So thanks for letting us know that. So can Dolores join us today for this quantum healing session, or is she doing other things today?
She's excited to come.
Oh, good. I'm glad that she will join us today. Michelle wants to know if she's doing the right thing with the quantum healing hypnosis therapy.
Yes. She has some insight into what can help for each person. We like how she listens. She's learning as she's going with it.
I'm glad to hear that. Is there anything that she should change about what she's doing? Or should she just follow her heart?
Absolutely.
Okay.
She's learning that she has been changing as she's been going. She's been learning to just kind of let go. We taught her the just be that came into her session. She needs to just continue that and just be at that time and in that place, and the energy will flow through at that time.
Oh, she'll be happy to hear that. She wants to know, how is quantum healing helping Jason and Dakota?
Opening them up.
Is that what they need, is to be opened up more?
Yes. Their frequencies aren't quite what it needs to be at this time. We're slowly working on that, and each time it's working, it's showing and progressing. She understands that.
Okay, so Michelle wants to know if she has the knowledge. Well, I have knowledge shared to me through these sessions.
That's what they're meant for.
Absolutely. She wants to know about Dakota. Is he an indigo child or a crystal child?
I don't know.
Okay.
Don't understand this.
Okay.
Those. I don't think those are quite what he is.
Okay, is he from like a different dimension? A different planet? A different vibration?
He's from a different dimension with a different vibration. He's not from a different... Yes. He's not from a different planet. She asked about her dimension, but he is from a different one as well.
Okay, are they from the same dimension?
No, he's a bit higher.
Okay.
That's why he doesn't quite relate to everything here.
She wants to know what she can do to help him.
Continue what she's doing.
Okay.
He will finally understand. He doesn't quite understand. He wants to, but he doesn't quite understand yet. She just needs to continue her patience and don't be afraid. She's been learning that. She's been doing that, what we said last time, not to be ashamed and not to worry about what people think. She's been doing good about that. We're happy with that.
No, I'm happy to hear that too.
But she needs to also remember that with him too.
Okay. Okay, we'll let her know, okay? Michelle wants to know, she's seeing flashes of light lately. What are those flashes of light?
That is us.
Okay, you guys just want her to know that you're right there with her, right?
Thanking her.
Thanking her for listening.
Yes.
Is she finally listening?
She's becoming in tune.
Good. I'm really happy to hear that. She also wants to know, what was that big ball of light that she saw the night that she was being told that David was her guide?
That was a very big source. That was a very strong source. It doesn't have a name. It wanted to be known.
Will she continue seeing these lights?
Yes. Yes, you help her to see the recognition of things and lights with your pictures. She started seeing those after
Good.
she recognized some things. She's still trying to wrap her mind around, but she'll understand.
She will, won't she? I'm happy that I can help her.
We are glad that you share with her the understanding. She feels inadequate sometimes. She wants to learn. She doesn't want to frustrate. She wants to learn as quickly or as much as she can. So.
Oh, she'll have a lot of time to do that, won't she?
Yes.
So,
she needs to just be like we've been telling her. It will come.
It's all about the right timing of things, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll keep letting her know that. Her vibration is raising and her DNA is changing. We talked about that. She wants to know about astral projection. Is this something that she does?
Sometimes.
Where does she go and what does she see?
I think she goes back to her dimension that she came from.
Oh, is that where she spends a lot of time?
Periodically.
So when she goes back to her different dimension, is that like a recharge for her? So she can vibrate on the earth plane?
I believe that's a good way to say. She doesn't understand that though.
Okay. Shall we talk to her more about that?
Yes.
Her dimension is it much higher than the earth plane? In vibration and energy?
There are different ones.
Okay.
And she goes to that. That's why sometimes she doesn't feel like she didn't sleep well. Okay. She was doing a lot in her dream. And sometimes when she wakes up, it's because she just came back. She woke up from coming back. But
does she go off to like different countries and do different things? Or is it just the vibe? Is it just the dimension where she goes?
I think she does. I don't think it's just called. She does travel. She travels, but she doesn't understand it.
Can you explain it to her more? When she's doing it, can you guide her?
I have the impression that she goes to help share light. She doesn't really seek anyone. Doesn't really meet. I think other people do the same thing. They just kind of go. And they travel and they share light.
Is that what most people do when they travel? Is just sharing the light?
Some people. Others do other work.
Okay.
Because she's still learning.
Yeah, she's come a long way, hasn't she?
Yes.
And you're proud of her, aren't you?
Yes.
I'm proud of her too. So, can we talk a little bit about exit points?
What?
Exit points?
Exit points?
Yes. And you might have a different name for them. It's when you have a few points in your life that you're able to leave if you choose to leave them, or you can choose to stay. Do you understand these points?
Yes.
So Michelle wants to know who protected us during the exit point with Nicole.
It was her guides and herself. She felt that it was not time yet. She needed to stay with Nicole. She needed to be there for Nicole. They're here for each other in this lifetime to help one another and to guide one another.
Is that a really good friend of hers?
Yes.
Okay.
They've had many lifetimes together.
Oh, that's wonderful.
They are very similar almost in energies.
Is she like a soulmate?
In a sense, if you want to call it that. Like a soul sister.
Yes.
They were very close in what you call source. They're together a lot. They have the same vibrations. They're like guides to one another when it's of that source, and they're not in any physical form.
Okay. I think
They're
so.
teachers for people. They do. When they're together, there's a lot of energy that flows between the two. They share that, and that's why she longs to be in Arizona so much. They bounce off each other. They reflect from one another.
Is that where Nicole lives?
Yes.
Okay. Will that happen for her? Being in Arizona?
She needs to learn to be able to do it herself too. That's why she's still here. She keeps trying to go, but it's not the time.
Okay.
Nicole will finally, she listens, she will finally open up again too.
Will you let her know when it's time for her to be in Arizona?
Yes.
Okay, so I have another
There will
question.
be time. She will need to go back.
Okay.
Her energy will be high enough then. There will be a lot of energy.
Would you say that Utah, is it a high vibrating state? Or is it much lower than a lot of them?
It's lower. Like she learned, and what she experiences, the mountains, they help with the vibration, but it's not outside the mountains. But that's why people like you and many others are helping to raise the vibrations. It needs to be raised here. It's very dark. It's been dark.
Is it dark because of the religion here?
For many religions.
And many religions, not just focusing on one.
Right. They suppress. They say they're free will, but it's not free will. Free will is within all of us. The freedom is within all of us. The energy is with all of us. We need to share the energy with all and be open for all, and not just what you say, the closed-mindedness here needs to be open for all. It's like you say, or I see a picture of open hands or open flower. Needs to shine the inner, like an energy source of that flower coming and going and making the happiness when you look at it to the happiness outside of it. That's how it should be. Not just a religion, but it needs to be of the beings of all of us, the inside and outside, sharing, flowing, guiding, communicating.
Will it eventually be like that? someday?
When the change happens, when the change comes.
And when is the change coming?
We're working on that.
So with all this heavy energy that everyone is just going through right now, there's so many people that are in so much pain from just the changes that's going on. What can you tell us about that?
They need to open up. The pain is caused by the closed-minded and the fear. And release the fear. There is no fear in pureness. Pureness is of source and energy. To be able to be closer to source and to be able to have energy, you have to have pureness, and there's no fear in pureness. Let it go. Breathe in and out the energy.
Now, does that have a lot to do with the election coming up too? With different vibrations?
You can let that affect you, but
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us who's going to become president? Is that something that we should all know before it happens?
No. But it's meant to be. It needs to be, so it will progress the change. It will create the oneness that needs to be happening.
Is that what's going to really happen?
Eventually.
Okay. So, Michelle wants to know if her grandpa knows about how mean her mom was.
He's very sorry.
Okay. Does he have anything to say to her? You?
He loved her very much.
Okay.
He's such a special thing. She was such a special thing to him.
Oh, that's really good to hear. Does he have any messages for her?
He's so proud of her.
Proud?
She's she's done so much in her life for growth. He's proud that she did not let all that affect her. She finally did let that go. She doesn't need to go back there. That's why she doesn't talk. But he knows, he understands. And he's okay with that.
Okay.
He will come back again. And soon.
He'll come back to the family.
I'm not exactly sure. Not sure if that's to be known. But he will be soon. But there's another grandfather. That she researched a lot. He's proud of her too. She keeps strong of the family. From the family. She's very much like him.
Oh, good.
Let her know the one from the Civil War. The one that she has hanging on the wall.
Uh-huh.
He looks over her.
Oh. She'll be really happy to hear that.
She did the paper on him. He was very pleased at that. How she shared his story. That made him very proud.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. So Michelle wants to know, did her biological dad truly love her?
Of course.
Does he have any messages for her?
Just that he's aware of her, but he's doing other things.
Okay. How about David? Does he have any messages for her?
I think David was the lieutenant.
Okay.
That's why he looks over her now.
All right. So
I think that's who she saw.
and so why does he choose to guide her?
Because he cared for her so much, and he continues to want to make sure that she does well.
Okay.
He's very happy for her. She's doing the right things.
Oh, good.
He's proud of her.
That's really good to hear.
I think he visits her in her dreams. But,
And I bet that makes her really happy.
yes. He was tall. That's why they saw the tall men after the light. Yeah. He wanted her to know that he's there.
So
She doesn't need to miss him as much
because
as...
he's always right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's happy. I'm happy for Michelle. She's gonna really enjoy hearing this. So she keeps saying medical things like cell memory, DNA, nerve replacements, things like that. What is that? Is that like healing taking place?
They told her to stay in the medical field, and she's had a very in tuneness to it. She has an insightfulness to it. It's what she has had. It's her continuation and gift from Source, from other lifetimes that she brings. Is the knowledge that she brings from other lifetimes and from Source.
That's wonderful to hear.
She has an intuneness and being insightful. I think we even, don't know, I'm not sure to say.
So she wants to know about her career. Is she on the right path? Is what's happening with her business?
She gets worried about it, and then things starts happening again, and then she knows that she just let be, because she knows that things will be provided. It will continue to be provided, but at the same time continue with these therapies that she's doing, the sessions.
She has to quit worrying so much.
Yeah. She does. She wants to help so many, and she wants to just take care, and she feels so responsible for being and taking care of so many others. She needs to, how many times do I need to say, just be that time and be the moment, just be confident and assured. She did write the one time when the things started coming and she was worried. She just went and just said, okay, I'm just going to meditate, and that's what she did. She just let it go and just understood that things will happen.
Okay.
So that was good for her at that time. She needs to continue that. But just for when things kind of happen, she does the meditation before and between sessions. But she hears and sees this. She needs to do it in the mornings. Keep prompting her during the day, and she keeps saying after she's done, but she needs to just do it. She needs to stop just going straight to working. She needs to meditate first in the day.
Okay.
And then stop putting the other things ahead. She's listening. She's just slowly grasping.
Okay. She'll be happy to hear that. She wants to talk about a dream. She truly felt it was horrible. She had this horrible being in her room that was sitting there smiling at her. Who was that?
I think it was a walker.
A walker? Are there lots of walkers around?
Some areas.
Well,
Not there. But where she was She was living in Florida at the time.
Okay. So they're in different places?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with this, she saw a beautiful light that came through and said, I will always protect you. I will always protect you. And there was a guy with a long robe and hair, and then he just moved up through the windows and walls. So who was the protector?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Not sure if we can tell her who that was.
Okay. And the other dream she keeps having, a dream about the hallway with shells full of tanks of fish and octopuses. And why does she keep having that dream?
Feeding herself. Feeding her energies and her vibrations.
Okay.
It's us reminding her that she needs to do that and stop forgetting.
Okay. She dreams about being on a plane and traveling. Does this come from a past life? She said something goes on while she's on the plane and then they land. Or is this some kind of message for her?
I'm not sure about past life, but I understand the intensity of that. There's not quite, it starts with intensity and then it goes away. And then the traveling, but she's traveling. I think some of that is from the astral projection
Okay.
that she is experiencing, because it doesn't end bad. It ends up fine. She gets to where she needs to go. She's just traveling a lot, and like you said earlier, to other countries, and that's what she dreams about, is other countries.
Okay.
She's going, the last one she dreamt, she went to Ireland.
Oh.
And another time, she went to like somewhere, I think like Philadelphia or something, in that area. She stopped at a couple of places, it seemed. That's what her dream was that she kept stopping. I think it's the astral projection and she's interpreting as that.
Okay. So with, and speaking of dreams, she keeps having this dream about to graduate from high school. Even though she know that I have a degree, I dream about going to classes and having to finish the degree. Are these spiritual lessons? Who's teaching them? Where do I go to learn?
She's recognizing that, and we're glad that she is now. They're becoming, I think, more and more vivid for her. They're light lessons.
Light lessons?
Light lessons.
Now, is it necessary to have a teacher? Do they all have a teacher?
They're just higher energy teachers.
Okay. And she learns from them, right?
Mm-hmm. It's also the vibration and us working on being able to raise her vibrations.
Okay.
And adapting to that.
Now, does everybody go to these spiritual classes?
When they're ready.
Okay.
When they're wanting to learn. When they're open to it.
Well, she's going to be really happy to hear about that. Are you still working on the body? Doing that body scan?
We were working on her arms. And those are fine now.
What's wrong
There
with
was
her
just
arms?
some tension there.
Okay. So
She's constantly having problems in her midsection.
And why is that? Is it just because of the change?
Changes, the surgeries. We said that there was a lot of, what did we, can't remember the word we used before, the word there was, don't know how to put into words, but we have to constantly work on it. She just gets back to some of that eating like she was, the lighter foods, the smoothies, like she was doing every day. More leafy greens. That will help us be able to work with it more.
Okay.
She is experiencing more from the changes. I know that's frustrating her greatly. She feels that she's letting Jason down. She doesn't need to worry about that. He loves her unconditionally. She doesn't need to be frustrated. She got really sad about it. She actually had a thought of wondering what the use of being able to continue if she can't provide. But she will be okay. It's just the timing. It's just what we women go through.
Okay.
It's all right.
Okay.
She needs to know that.
Well, she'll be happy to know that, so thanks for giving her that information.
But we do put some light in there for her.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yes, in her lower abdomen. She was working on the root chakra, like we said. She's trying to recognize and understand that more. But I think she will notice a bit of a little bit lighterness. There was heaviness before. She will notice a little bit lighter this time. She needed to do this because for us to be able to work on that. We're working on that area of her back now.
Okay, perfect. So should she continue to have these sessions?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That'll be great. You know, she has another question too. She has a birthmark on her left leg, and it's an upside down Christmas tree with a cane. So what does that mean? Where'd that come from?
I think she was stamp branded, something like that. What you would there to represent the people she was with before. That's what I believe. If I remember correctly.
Okay, so should she keep that? I mean, is that something that's going to totally disappear, or is it something she needs to get rid of?
No.
It's harmless. Okay.
No, it should resonate. I think that it's okay. She needs to be okay with that. That's just kind of a silly question for her. She should recognize. It just goes back to a tribe.
Okay, so it's just tribal for her.
Yes.
Okay, so you're still working on the body, doing a scan and working on the organs and everything. So I know we're over 2 hours here. So I'm going to have to start bringing Michelle out. Is that okay? Can you finish up the body, or is that something that you're going to continue doing?
We need to continue doing. We're releasing that ball of tension in her back.
Okay.
It has released a bit, but it will continue.
Okay.
But she will feel a little more relaxed
Okay.
and better. Yes.
She'll be happy to hear that. So thanks for everything that you've done, and we really appreciate everything.